Welcome to this week's Global Economic Update. From Wall Street to Tokyo, it's been another tumultuous week in global finance. We'll recap key events from November 18th to 22nd and look ahead to November 25th to 29th. Let's dive into the highlights that shape the world's financial and economic landscape. Last week, markets made headlines with remarkable performances. The S&P 500 hit a record high, surpassing 6,000 points for the first time ever. This surge signals growing investor confidence, fueled by strong corporate earnings and optimism. But is this exuberance justified, or are we in for a correction? We'll examine the underlying factors. In the cryptocurrency space, Bitcoin soared to a near-record high, briefly touching $99,800. This 40% jump reflects optimism over a pro-crypto U.S. administration led by President Donald Trump. But with increased regulatory scrutiny on the horizon, can Bitcoin maintain this momentum? What does Elon Musk's surprising government appointment mean for the future of cryptocurrency regulation? We'll analyze these trends and more. The G20 Summit in Rio de Janeiro underlined shifting dynamics on the global stage. China's Xi Jinping emerged as a dominant figure, solidifying his influence in diplomatic discussions. From climate change to trade, China's voice resonated powerfully, signaling its growing assertiveness. As tensions simmer between China and the West, how will these developments impact global trade and investment flows? We'll explore these critical questions. Global growth projections remain steady at 3% for 2024, with inflation stabilizing near central bank targets. This stability masks underlying vulnerabilities in the global economy. Supply chain disruptions persist, energy prices remain volatile, and rising interest rates loom large. We'll analyze the latest economic data and assess the potential impact of these global headwinds on your investments. Here's what to keep an eye on in the coming week. On November 27th, the U.S. Commerce Department will release revised Q3 GDP figures. Analysts expect upward revisions that could bolster market sentiment, but any negative surprises could trigger a correction. Over in the Eurozone, preliminary inflation data for November will drop on the 28th, potentially shaping the ECB's policy decisions. Will the ECB signal a move away from its accommodative monetary policy, or will inflationary pressures keep it on the sidelines? On the geopolitical front, U.S.-China trade negotiations resume on November 26th. Progress, or lack thereof, could sway global investor sentiment. We'll be watching these talks closely. The Bank of Japan's meeting on November 29th could signal adjustments to its ultra-loose monetary policy. Will the BOJ maintain its dovish stance, or will it follow other central banks in tightening policy? OPEC plus ministers will convene on November 28th to discuss oil production levels, influencing crude prices as demand remains volatile. Finally, from November 25th to 27th, San Francisco will host a major AI conference where industry leaders are expected to unveil groundbreaking advancements. From market highs to critical geopolitical and economic shifts, the global landscape remains dynamic and unpredictable. The decisions made this week by central bankers, policymakers, and business leaders will have far-reaching consequences. Staying informed is the best way to protect your investments and capitalize on emerging opportunities. Thank you for tuning in to our Global Economic Update. Don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth analysis and market insights.